Hi guys, so this will be the final episode in the series I'm making currently about the 4 main things we need to focus on to be happy. The topic today is happiness. Unfortunately, most of us go through our lives experiencing only small glimpses of happiness instead of feeling happy most of the time. Now I was the same way. A couple of years ago I always used to think if only I would have more money, then I could be happy. Or if only I would be stronger and be more muscular, people around me would like me and then I would be happy. If only that beautiful girl would come to me and be my girlfriend, then all of my problems would be solved and I would reach happiness. Luckily, I read the Meditations by Marcus Aurelius and I realized that happiness cannot come from external events. It is something that comes only from within us. When I got sick, then I used to think that if only I could be healthy again, then all of my problems would be solved in an instant and I would be happy. The reason why I thought this way is because I had expectations of the world that were flawed. For some strange reason, I thought that I can eat unhealthy food, get drunk every weekend, play video games late at night, and still stay healthy. Fortunately, I got humbled by reality, and I'm forever grateful for this. Another book that had great influence on me was The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. The most influential thing in this book for me was the circle of concern and the circle of influence figure. Basically, the circle of concern are the things that you have no control over, such as the government, the weather, other people's thoughts and actions. The circle of influence, on the other hand, are the things you can control, such as your own actions, what do you choose to do with your time, etc. I realized that the more I kept focusing on the things I had no control over, the more unhappy and unfulfilled I became. As soon as I started focusing on the things that I can control, my life immediately improved and it was a lot easier to feel happy. Now I really hate when I see other people eating unhealthy food, or especially if they are feeding unhealthy food to their children. Now what I would like to do is to go there and tell the parents that, oh my god, what are you doing? You are killing your children. Of course, this would only put them in a defensive state and they would take it as a personal attack. Instead, the better option I can do is to try to lead by example, try to show what's possible by a healthy lifestyle, and hopefully I can influence them to take action themselves. On the other hand, I have no expectation of them. It doesn't bother me if they continue to eat unhealthy food. They will be the ones suffering the consequences from it. Another interesting thing is depression. Now, I never thought of myself as depressed, but looking back, I had periods of deep depression and unhappiness in my life. Now, the reason for this was because I was engaging in activities that were depressing me. Unfortunately, I didn't make the connection. When I was in high school, I used to go out every weekend and get drunk with my friends. When I was walking back home, I always felt this void inside me. I felt that I've been robbed. I'm an idiot. What am I doing with my life? Now, luckily, I realized that these habits were the things that were depressing me. I started replacing them with reading, with training in the gym, or playing board games with friends. These are activities that doesn't seem as stimulating or fun in the present moment. But long term, these are the activities that will help you improve and grow as a human being. I really found that the things that produces short-term pleasure are the same things that sabotage long-term happiness. Next thing I want to briefly talk about is materialism. I think many people are caught up in material goods, and it's really destroying their long-term happiness. They think that a bigger car, a bigger house, or more money would make them happy. These things are only there to impress their neighbors and friends, and those people only hate them and resent them for it. So really, if you are reasonably happy, have somewhere to live, have your basic needs covered, that's really all you need. Now that doesn't mean that all of us should go and live in a cave. We can use technology to our advantage, but don't get too attached to anything. Everything is on loan to us, even our lives. So instead, please enjoy the present moment, realize that happiness comes from within and is not caused by external events.